Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com, and we've got a big debate going on here at Art of the Image revolving around my last video on the fails, or my perceived fails, of the Canon 5DS, the new Canon 5DS, and the 5DSR. And interestingly enough, we have a lot of people jumping into the foray, as we usually do in comments, but a lot of them defending Canon vehemently, saying that this was not meant to be a video camera. If you recall, some of my fails were mostly centered around the lack of video features and the lack of good video on this camera. We have Mav Fan 1. This video is a big fail. Canon made clear that this is a camera focused on images, not video, and you ignorantly complain about a lack of video features. Wait for the 5D Mark IV. So obviously no question there where Mav Fan 1 stands. Isan Gun, absolutely, and Canon people told in interviews to go for 5D Mark III for video. This is a stills camera, hence the megapixels that you would not need for video. Actually, it's the other way around. Less resolution, bigger person pixels, and better low light performance is needed for video. For this, the good old Mark III is there. Eric Rossi says, but the 5DS isn't a video camera. Canon essentially mentions that, so you can't fault them for it, which is an interesting premise. Just because a company mentions it's not for something, are we supposed to give them a pass on something's lack of features or something's uncompetitive nature or build? We'll get to that in a minute. Marcus Lang says, rubbish. This is the best DLR, SLR for photographers. I think he meant this is the best DSLR for photographers. The only fault is the focus points, still the same with the Mark III, which is not wide enough. And then we have TSY 1992. Your points are not valid. These are specifically built for still photos. Dash Nikon user. Mike Derbish. Matt, have you hit your head? Why on earth would you want a 50 megapixel camera for video? Wait for the 5D Mark II. Joel Desrochers. Desroche. I don't know how you pronounce that, Joel. Sorry. This is a studio camera. The 5D Mark IV will be out later. Now, we have more comments like that, and I guess my point being, I just wanted to show you that a lot of viewers were jumping in, not necessarily all Canon fanboys, but obviously a lot of Canon fanboys, a lot of the Canon faithful. You know, Canon can do no wrong, and I mean, we have that in all brands. We have that in Nikon, we have that in whatever brand you're talking about, Sony, Panasonic, whatever. I do find it to be a little more rampant among Canon users. So that being said, another viewer left a comment which basically says everything I wanted to say back to all those people very succinctly. Mr. Yuppie-Doo says, the Nikon D810 is a fantastic still camera and also great for videos. It has even 2 stops bigger dynamic range than the 5DS-R, than the 5DS or the 5DR. Brackets, even MFT is better in that term, brackets. So stop moaning, it's not supposed to do video. For that price, and according to the competitors, it better should be. Otherwise, it's just a big joke. There you go. That's essentially what I would say back to those of you that are so adamantly defending Canon's lack of video, Canon's fails on the 5DS and the 5DSR. Why give them a pass on this? Nikon has had the flagship high megapixel DSLR in this area for some time now. The 800, now the 810, 36 megapixels, which up till now has been significantly greater than Canon's offerings, and what people have gone to as a substitute for medium format, or what they need for studio, for high resolution stills camera. But those cameras also do excellent video. So Nikon didn't come to the table and say, here's a stills camera, you can't do video with it. Nikon came to the table with a stills camera, the best stills camera on the market, arguably may still be. We haven't really seen a lot from the 5DS or the 5DSR, but definitely dethroned by megapixels. We'll still see if the 5DS or 5DSR is better than the Nikon D810, but the D810 is an excellent video camera. Lots of people, you know, it could essentially be their best. Probably, I would say maybe the 750 has taken that spot at the moment. But certainly one of the best DSLRs out there for video. And now you have Canon coming into the foray with their new offering, the 5DS, the 5DSR, which is great for Canon users. They've been long overdue for a high megapixel camera to compete with the likes of something like the D800 or the D810. However, they come into the market with it, and they're trying to break their camera segments down so that, you know, if you wanted that, but you also wanted to do video, you're going to have to wait and either get the 5D Mark IV or buy your 5D Mark III, or keep your 5D Mark III and not sell it and put the money into your 5DS or your 5DSR, because they're not giving you video capabilities or any worth speaking of in the 5DS or the 5DSR. And that's solely where my problems with the camera are, why I think there's a fail. Why you Canon fanboys, you Canon faithful, whatever you want to call yourselves, are jumping in hard and defending them for this, I don't understand. Because essentially, they're offering you a product that is lacking in compared to the competitors. You can't say that, oh, it's better just basically based solely on megapixels, because Nikon will be back out with a higher megapixel camera all too soon. And then you'll still be left with a camera that only does stills and may compete on megapixels alone, but doesn't do video. And Canon's been known for good video. Why are they dropping the ball here? And why are Canon people, Canon fans, willing to give Canon a pass for this? The best thing they could have done here, especially at a camera at this price range, I think it's $36.99 recommended US dollars, it's MSRP right now, which is not cheap. So why are you giving them a pass for not bringing this camera out and having it do video as well, like the Nikon D810? Essentially, it's not a good competitor for the D810. And, you know, Canon's doing this because they want you to spend more money. They're crippling features on a higher end camera, on a higher price body, so that you have to spend more money. You either have to keep your 5D Mark III, or you have to hope that the 5D Mark IV is going to address these lacking features, these fails of the 5DS or the 5DSR. So that's my rebuttal to you guys. I don't know why. I mean, if I was shooting Canon right now, I wouldn't be happy about that at all. I'm not. I have over the years. You know, I've been Canon, I've been Nikon. Currently, I shoot a lot more Panasonic than anything else, because Panasonic's amazing for video and still very good for stills. But I don't know why you're giving Canon this pass. You know, it's like, you know, bringing a car to market and saying, this car is the fastest car in the world, but we're not giving you air conditioning because it's the fastest car in the world. So it's the fastest street production car, but you can't have air conditioning. So God forbid you drive it in a place like California or something where there's nice weather and it's hot, because yes, it's fast, but you're gonna sweat. You know, it wasn't necessary. It should have been included. It would have been an amazing camera if it did stills and video. So yes, they were able to leapfrog on the stills, on the maximum resolution, but they really dropped the ball on video. And I don't understand. You know, Mr. Yuppie-Doo here says perfectly, Nikon D810 does it both. Why did Canon not want to come to market with both fists swinging so that they have a competitor that's holding its own? Because the 5DS, the 5DSR is not. Back to you guys. You can rebut me if you want. Explain to me why you're so willing to give Canon a pass on this when, you know, I don't think you should be. Anyways, if you agree with me, comments below. If you disagree with me, comments below. Please keep it civil. There's no reason that we can't disagree politely with each other. And we'll talk to you soon. We'll be back soon with some new videos, some new articles. Keep you up to date with what's going on in the world of photography, videography, and technology right here at artoftheimage.com. Thanks a lot, folks.